Satnam, guys. Let's see what's happening today. What's happening today? Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I was kind of like waiting for energy to show up, and like instead of me waiting for instead of me waiting for actually for energy to show up, I was actually kind of internally expressing a lot of energy. So maybe that's where you're at, or like maybe you are waiting and you're expressing a lot currently, like you're doing a lot of like planting, or you're taking some kind of like steady or inner action is what I feel like. Okay, and I feel like the more of this like steady inner action that you're taking, the more the energy obviously like grows and kind of like takes over. Okay, so it's kind of like maybe this message, like even if you think you're waiting, or even if you think you're not doing anything, um or even if you think like what you're doing energetically isn't allowing progress or something like that, it is. Okay, you're just maybe at that stage where you're like actively having to do something inside yourself. Okay, and like I didn't feel like this inner work is necessarily, this inner steadiness is like necessarily healing or something like that. This actually feels more like expressing, how can I say this, like expressing a desire for your reality to be a certain way, so you're like planting inner seeds, if that makes sense. Okay, justice, yeah, you're like making I feel like you're making very intense and drastic like decisions in regards to like, it's almost like how you are investing yourself, like how you're wanting to be, how you're wanting to change yourself. Okay, and I feel like you're doing something very drastic, and this is obviously going to have a very intense impact on the world, right? Nasıl bien, brother? So I feel like you know that you are in some kind of process of like in some way having to sow and also wait. Okay, like you know you're in this process of having to, like I feel like maybe you know you're in the process of like choosing very very differently within yourself. Okay, how you're going to be showing up, what you're going to be creating, etc etc. Okay, and I feel like your awareness of you being in this space is making that energy kind of even more profound. Okay, it's kind of like a snowball effect, right? So like even the more you just wait, the more like the snowball effect in your energy, it kind of accumulates, because you're like sitting here just making these, like again, life-changing decisions, I feel like. Okay, like this feels even spiritual. This feels in regards to how you interact even with God and the universe and shit like that. Okay, like what you believe at your core, what you are at your core, what you choose to be at your core, etc etc. So you're just like sitting here and like making these like intense energetic shifts. That's what I want to say. You're making extreme intense energetic shifts, and I feel like it is accumulating, whether you know this or not. I feel like you're aware. If you are aware, just know that awareness is accumulating it even more. Okay, The Fool, exactly. And the Hermit, yeah. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. All the way to the Four of Wands, okay. Oh my goodness. So these shifts that you are making within yourself, like I don't feel like, again, this doesn't feel like some kind of like spiritual process. This feels like you're actively choosing something. You're actively deciding to be something, to change your core self, etc., etc., okay? Like, this is very independent, right? This is very removed from, I'm even wanting to say, like, maybe certain spiritual traditions, or I know this is not the Hierophant but the Hermit, but like that's what I want to say. Like, even your spirituality or your mindset is about to be so far removed from the norm or something, because of this like life-changing inner choice or inner shift that you're making. It's going to be so far from the norm that it's almost going to be incomprehensible, okay, if that is something. Because like this Fool energy as well, it's giving me something completely, it almost feels out of the blue new, right? It almost feels like, oh, it almost feels like a little bit unexpected to an extent, okay? Like, I feel like the layers of new conscious realities, new conscious choices, and like core beingnesses that you're about to discover, that is accumulating within you, is I don't know, it's gonna be something that I don't know, it's the Fool. It's like, what? It's a little bit flabbergasting, or it's like, what the fuck, or something like that. Okay. Again, this nine of Pentacles with the Hermit, so 9-9. It's really giving me this energy of I almost want to say like complete separation. Okay. Complete separation. Now, like, I'm getting this vibe of like going into the wilderness, like spiritually or mentally or something like that, going into the void or into the darkness completely, leaving all sources of light behind. But that's okay, because you are this light source anyway. But it's almost like it's giving this sense of like these internal shifts that you are choosing are actually allowing you to escape everything that is, and perhaps create something completely brand new that doesn't exist. Okay. By this I mean like a completely brand new reality that hasn't maybe even been conceived of by you or something. Okay. Or I don't know, like, you can take it smaller as well, but the bigger you think, right? Fuck the smallness, right? So you're about to leave, like, again, like you might have thought that nothing was happening, or you thought that you were waiting for a while. If you were waiting for a while, it was because you had to accumulate a lot of knowledge and energy, because you're about to enter the spiritual void. You're about to enter through the spiritual wormhole, not like some kind of physical wormhole, but you're about to enter through a wormhole where you're gonna be, I know this sounds kind of like what the fuck, but it's almost like being separate from God or being separate from source or something in order to be that yourself. You get what I'm saying? That's a crazy intense energy, right? But I feel like this is this intense decision that you're making. And like, I feel like this, I don't know where this decision is stemming from, where this inner shift is stemming from, but I feel like it's in some kind of way the next step of your evolution. It's the next step of your awakening. Like, literally not needing a parent, you get what I'm saying? Not needing this parent thing to always be there, and you completely being self-sufficient in and of it's like yourself. Even again, even when it comes to your physical reality, and I'm not talking about growing food or some shit like that. I'm talking about you're about to enter into a spiritual wormhole, okay? And you're about to enter into, I guess I could even like explain it as like your very own or a brand new like simulation room void, like a complete blank canvas almost or something, whereby you have to like again whereby you have whereby you then have to like you know, speak things into existence or create things or like just shine light into existence there and create something brand fucking new, okay? What the fuck, okay? Okay, thank you so much, collective. That was your reading. Please do. This is also gonna happen much quicker than you expect, or the process of the travel itself. I didn't even actually recognize the chariot as like the thing taking you through the wormhole, like your light body or whatever, right? But yeah, it's gonna happen very, very, very quick. And here's the King of Swords. Yeah, exactly. The magician speaking things into existence. Exactamundo. You go saying. Judgment. Thank you so much. That was your reading, collective. Please do consider liking, subscribing, donating. I will see you again for no one. I just all of a sudden had a whiff of that. It smells amazing. Okay, bye.